Hello everyone, it's Petko Alexandrov and I continue now with the spreadsheet for my cryptocurrency assets. As I've promised, I will share with you how I track my cryptocurrency investments, and as well I will share with you this crypto portfolio sheet so you can use it for yourself. And actually, if you want to use it for yourself, all you need to do is just go to File and make a copy. Okay, then you will be able to edit the sheet, remove everything from here and enter your cryptocurrencies. Of course, if you find it useful. If you don't, it's okay. I might give you a few ideas about how you can improve your performance by tracking everything you do. So let me explain what I use in the spreadsheet. It's very easy and I hope you will like it. So I have here all the symbols in the first column: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. This is the Stellar, this is Tezos, and then I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cross. So the last three are the ones that I have set for staking today after recording the video, and I will explain to you what exactly I put in the table so I can have a clear idea how much I have invested, what I can expect, how much I have gained, and so on. So in the first column I have the assets, in the second column I have the wallet, so I know where each asset is. And when I have too many in my portfolio, it's a little bit harder to follow. But for the moment, I have long-term investments and the last three for staking. So if you tap on the arrow, you will see that I have Ledger, Coinbase, Exodus, and Crypto.com. And simply I select where is my crypto. In this case, the Bitcoin is in the Ledger. And if you want to add something here, for example, if you're using another wallet, let's say you're using Kraken, all you need to do is go to data and then you go to data validation, and here is the list with the wallets. So what you can write, for example, is Kraken. Make sure you don't leave any spaces, anyway it will not work, and then just click on save. And now if I press the arrow, you will see that Kraken is over here. Alright, so this way you can make it work for you by entering which exchanges or which wallets you use to keep your cryptocurrency. Then I have set it with purpose, very same thing. You can change it from data validation, but what I have in my table is long-term, short-term, or staking. So I put what is the purpose of having this cryptocurrency. So long term, I usually consider when I'm holding the cryptocurrencies for a couple of months or even years. And short term is when I buy cryptocurrencies and sell them, could be in a few hours even, or usually in a few days, maximum a month. Okay, and then I will just put it short term, but now I don't have any short term because all of my short term investments are sold, taking some quick profits, and here are only the long terms, and the last three are the staking. Then I have how much I have. For example, with the Bitcoin in my Ledger account, I have 0.87 coin, and then I have 2 Ethereum, 7.55 Litecoin, and so on. Then I have a column with how many times I have entered, or in other words, how many times I have bought the asset. Okay, so Bitcoin, the first one, I have bought it multiple times, and here I have 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, or more than 3 times multiple. And below you see that I have bought 2 times Ethereum, and 1 is below, and then I have the Crow, which I have bought 2 times as well for the purpose of the course, right? And then I have the average cost, like how much on average I have spent for the asset. So for the Crow, I have average price of 0.17, and for the Bitcoin I have 25,000, okay? Then I have the cost basis, which is multiplying the average cost and the coins. So for 0.87 Bitcoin, I have spent totally 21,802. Okay, then I have the market value, which is calculated by the coins and the market price. All right, so what I take for market price is the closing of the previous day. Okay, so this sheet was updated on the 22nd of February 2021, and I take the closing price of the day. So no matter which platform you use, usually when you put the mouse on the bar, on the daily bar, you will see what is the closing price. And right here I have closing price of 54,212 for the Bitcoin. So the market value is multiplying the market price and the coins, and I have 47,164, and then this is the gain. So basically this is the market value minus the cost that I have spent, which in this case is $25,000. And how much is the growth, right? This is the gain divided by the cost. In this case, it is over 100%. Okay, so basically that's it. All right, and when I change the price, so for example, let's say the next time I update the table, I usually don't do it every day, I do it once a week. But when I'm following more strictly, I update it every day, just at the end of the day, or in the morning. I take the closing of yesterday candlestick and I see how much is my value or how much I have gained. So for example, you see if I change the market price to 50,000, you will see that automatically the values will change, right? Because I have entered the formulas right over here. All right, I will press Ctrl Z to bring back the value. And pretty much that's it for all of them. Okay, I just enter the market price and it calculates automatically what is the market value, the gain, the growth, and at the end I have like how much totally I have spent for the current investments and what is the market value, and then I have how much I have gained or how much I have lost. Of course, there are times when we are on a loss, but these times we need to be patient to buy at a lower price, to have a better price. And at any moment when you are satisfied with your results, you can sell some of your cryptocurrencies and take some profits. In this case, for the moment, by the time I'm recording the video, I have $106.13 as a percentage growth. Okay, now let me focus on these right over here because they are regarding the staking. So everything after M column right over here is for staking. All right, so this is just what I showed to you about how I set the staking. This is my Bitcoin 0.05. So you see I have my Bitcoin which is for longer term investment, and then I have the Bitcoin which is for staking. So I just separate it and I can keep track on the staking as well. I select how many coins I have staking, and then I have how many months, or basically this is the period over here, and then what percentage I expect, and when is the date when I started it, which is today, and then when is the payment date or when the staking period will be over, and then I have the annual income. Okay, so you see with the Crocoin, I'm expecting annually 600 Crocoins. Okay, it's 10,000 coins, I have 6%. This is easy to calculate, it's 600, and the rest two are for the Ethereum and for the Bitcoin. This will be true if after the 3 months I will stake again 0.05 if I compound it, or if I add some more. Of course I will just type, for example, I don't know, 0.6. Let's say I'll be staking, and you see the value will change as well on the annual income. Okay, this is just for me to have an idea how much I can expect annually from the staking that I'm doing at the moment. Okay, very simple. Actually, the whole spreadsheet is simple. I don't like to make it too complicated because it will take me a long time. All I do is just whenever I add an asset, I buy an asset, I would simply enter one row, and then I will enter the values and they will calculate over here automatically because it's formulas. And as well, if I do staking, I will complete the second half of the table. Okay guys, so I will share this with you. If you find it useful, I'll be very happy. And of course, if you want to change something, you are very welcome. But to be able to change anything, make sure when you open it to make a copy. Okay, so you will have your own table and you can change and modify everything if you want to do it. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. You will find the link below the lecture as a resource file. And if you have any questions, of course, let me know. I'll be happy to answer you and assist you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you right in the next lecture. Cheers.